this. Higher education, baby, learning with no ceilings. And we cold chilling, and we world building. It's a dope feeling, this is for the whole village. And if you got the will, baby, you can roll with us. Once we finish building this bridge, we can burn something. And we bringing the peace, so nobody disturb nothing. Rewards are greater when you don't feel you deserve nothing. Quiet down long enough, you might mess around and learn something. Open your eyes, homie, it's a colorful world that I see. It's unusual air that I breathe. It's always going up wherever I be. But it's so much to discover beyond the beyond. It's a puzzling world, it's a different life. It's an interesting world with Yazi. It's a difficult world, still a beautiful life. It's the wonderful world of Yazi. Yazi.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Yazi. I'm Yazi. We're trying out some new stuff. Probably gonna take this on the road. When I say road, I mean wherever the spirit takes me while I have my camera and I'm feeling like, hey, let's talk. I gotta be to work very soon, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Something I've been trying to practice is, whether I feel like it or not, just doing the things that I need to do. And I don't feel like doing this, I'm not even gonna lie. But I am anyway, because that's how you build up consistency. So, I'm gonna make this one quick. I'm not actually gonna be talking about shit for real. I'm gonna be talking about some inspiration that I had the other day after watching a film with my partner, Hannah. And it's one of my favorite films of all time. It's called Tropic Thunder. If you're not familiar with Tropic Thunder, it is a film about a recreation of a war story, kind of similar to like a Tom Clancy style. And there's actors like Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr., Matthew McConaughey, Tom Cruise, Jack Black. And I'm watching it and I'm like getting weak because it's so fucked up, and I'm from the era. I'm 33, and I think it came out in 2008. So I'm from the era of when like all of that comedy they were using, like, was 1000% like accepted at the time, and probably everything actually. Nah, that was the time where like still comedians was like doing blackface, like Sarah Silverman and shit. Like they was still doing like blackface. So it was actually still like all the critiques they had were very prominent. One of the most controversial things was Robert Downey Jr. He played a blackface character, and the reason why it's not offensive is just because of the context of it all. It's a dude playing a dude who's playing a dude. That's one of the quotes from the movie, and even the dialogue that he has with the other black character in there, like they actually like, they get pretty deep into some actual like, what the fuck are you doing? Like what is this? And even the black like he asked like Kurt, his name's Kurt, he asked, are we cool? And he was like, nah, because like it's still weird, like that's the fun part about that role is it's all a critique. These are people who played them roles that they're critiquing. Ben Stiller, Scorcher 1 through 7. They're making fun of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is making fun of Harvey Weinstein. There is so many things. They're making fun of each other. They're making fun of their peers. They're making fun of the entire industry for the absolute cesspool shit show that it is. And I was like, oh shit. Well, when people say they'd never be able to make another Blazing Saddles, well, that's just not true. They did. Tropic Thunder to me is the modern day Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles was a extreme critique of the time. It's so offensive now because of what was openly allowed to rock. People are like, oh my God, like it was so racist. Well, yeah, it was an actual depiction and reflection of the times that they lived in. Same thing with Tropic Thunder. That's what we have today. And so that was the inspiration that I got. I wasn't, like I told you, I wasn't finna talk about shit. But I actually am inspired to talk about something else real quick. See, I got myself to talking. I'm into philosophy. Philosophy is mad cool to me because it's like, it's the original kind of gab of human beings, of what we understand of like being creatures of this earth. Is just like, why are we here? Why are these structures like this? It's the ultimate why. And that's just always been mad interesting to me. And so there's various people in my life who I respect as probably some of the most remarkable philosophers of our times. They would never refer to themselves as that, and that's why I fuck with it, because they just live it. They are just that. They're not doing it for anything. Just there's a spirit in them that needs to be let out, and they let it out. And so I want to send a shout out to Dame. Love you, Dame. Dame's one of my favorite philosophers because first off, he's one that I understand. A lot of people misunderstand, they misunderstand his words and his takes because they don't understand and they can't empathize with a person who's had the life that he's had. And he's a person who is very open about the type of life that he's had. He's very transparent about these things. And somehow, with a lot of people, it gets lost in translation. And so one of the coolest relations I wanted to make is he be funny as hell and he be trolling us all, but a little bit serious in the troll about how he's Team Drake, right? You know, OVO Dame. Like, it's pretty funny. And what happens is he gets us every single time. I mean, these posts, comment, boom, boom, boom. But on the post where he's talking about real shit and he's being loud as hell, he talking about some actual real shit based off his experience in the military, based off his experience growing up in a hood environment, based off his experiences of being one of the best fucking chefs. Intertwining all of these, he will give a reflection of society that if you understand and listen is, whoa, holy shit, damn. 0, maybe 1 or 2 likes, and I'm one of them likes. But on the Drake post, it'd be, "Aw, Dame, we expect more from you because of blah, 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 blah." Well, how come there's no engagement with that, but there's engagement with this? One thing I respect so much about Dame's philosophy is that he displays to me what also true leadership means. A leader, to me, is always accepting to criticism and not being right, and accepting that their tribe might be right, but I don't care. I'm not going to tell you wrong. I'm just going to tell you why I'm right. He's not immune to criticism. He accepts criticism from people who he respects. But the same energy is never kept on the posts where he's actually saying some things that are really, really helpful to many people in life. And so what I relate to that is people love when you're loud about the stuff that they want you to be loud about. But as soon as those same people, you're loud about the things that they actually align with, now all of a sudden they want you to be quiet. And that's not how it works. It's just not how it works. That is weird selfishness that people have. It's a weird idolization thing that people have of seeing themselves in people that just have the courage to just like say what they think off of their experiences. Not saying that their experiences are the experience, just off their experiences. And so I want to give a big shout out to Dame and philosophy for being like a actual real life fucking philosopher who lives this and fucking gives me so much inspiration, knowledge, and care every single fucking day. I love you. I ain't got shit else to talk about. and it's 2:15. So I will end on this. So I'm going to use my trusty wusty crescent as a little microphone real quick. I'm going to speak into my microphone. Fascism is really fucking taking over quick. I'm not going to say the exact experience that I just had recently of how quickly it's creeping in. But it's also reminiscent of how it's always been here for me personally. It has to deal with music, particularly hip hop. And one thing that bothers me is when people say today still that hip hop is not a revolutionary music anymore. That it was created to be a revolutionary music, but it's not anymore. But in my experiences, in certain situations, I gotta unfortunately be a little cryptic, I'm sorry. When I played hip hop for the past 10 years at certain places and environments I've been in, whether it have the cussing in it or not, has always not, for some reason, been the right thing. I've always been asked to turn it to something more, that the people like. One time, it was very disrespectful. Listen to the podcast episode about that, about my experience in the bars. Of how I was told to turn my music because it had nigga in it. Meanwhile, the number one music in the world at that time, this is 2016, literally is hip hop. My clientele is black. They want to hear hip hop. So when people say it's not revolutionary, I have a real hard time understanding that in real time. Because I turn that hip hop on, I turn that rap on, I turn that trap on. A certain type of demographic really gets to itching. That right there, what I see with my eyes and I feel in my soul. See these reactions on these people's faces, how they tense up. But then I also see it's only about 10% of the people. The other 90%, oh my God, they love them some hip hop. What does it do? Ooh, shit. You start seeing motherfuckers' heads start bobbing. You start them seeing moving to the beat. You see the spirit, you see that soul start to take over. You also see the 10% that hate. That's revolutionary. Motherfuckers so stuck on motherfuckers talking about, fucking Public Enemy speak. Dog, love me some Public Enemy, but there's already Public Enemy. There's already Jay Hill. Shout out Jay Hill. The actual essence of hip hop itself is meant to bother the people it's meant to bother, and it bothers them. But in my experience, I see in real life, woo-wee, the percentage of people that it bothers is dwindled significantly in the past 10 years. But it's still here. And it's getting a little bit worse. It's almost like the clock in front of my eyes is getting turned back. Because it was about 5% a year ago. It's 10% this year. I get to see these things in real time, and it's very telling. That's all I got. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep all this. I'm not all about the extra editing shit. I'm really want just things to be like genuine, because we like are getting into an extremely fake world. We fucking scrolling through Facebook, we scrolling through fucking all of our social medias, and we don't know what the fuck is a bot, what's this, what's that. See, the door just opened. I got my partner Hannah coming in. We not editing none of this out. This is something that I want people to understand. Like, internet is really fake, but we can do our best to give it some type of semblance of fucking realness. So if you listen to this, I fuck with you heavily. If you share this, I fuck with you heavily. If you comment on this, I fuck with you heavily. If you just watch it and don't engage with it, I still fuck with you heavily. If you don't watch this, have a great one, y'all. Love you. It's been, shout out to the wonderful world of Yazi. That's me.